Oh, it's a video. Hi, everyone. Speech. Thanks for coming to our holiday party. We appreciate everything you do for us and we wish you the very best.
Happy 2021
Happy 2020.
and cheers, everybody. Stay safe and happy and healthy and successful. Cheers. All the best ahead. To a happy, healthy, successful year ahead. In the past, with closing and brokers, opens and tours worldwide. We're here with John Iowanu and Anthony Bauza from Florida Closing and Escrow, and we want to wish everybody a happy, healthy, and safe holiday season and to much success and health ahead. We are located with our main office in Sunny Isles, and we conduct closings in any location, in our office, even curbside. And when clients are out of state or out of the country, we can do online notarizations, and you could contact us for details. We're here to help you with your success, and we have most languages, and we have an expert team and a 5-star rating with the Better Business Bureau. So we hope to increase your success ahead, and thank you for joining us. So we wanted to do a little virtual celebration, and happy last night of Hanukkah to those that observed, and happy Merry Christmas, and whatever you're celebrating, too much peace and joy ahead. So we're going to start now with the COVID updates. First of all, there's been a curfew instituted for Miami, which is at midnight. However, the restaurants are being kept open. And I'd love to hear what the stimulus update is. And so that will defer to Anthony.
Right. So congressional leaders are stating that they're nearing an agreement on what is now looking to be about a $900 billion economic relief package. It would include a second round of stimulus checks. What we know so far is it will probably be $600 to $700 per individual based on a certain income threshold. Will regain the unemployment benefits of the additional $300 per week. There'll also be funds there to establish a program for emergency rental assistance. There'll be at least $330 billion dedicated for small business loans, and then funds for vaccine distribution and schools. We'll likely have an answer by tomorrow. Tomorrow, midnight Friday, is the deadline for Congress to pass a new spending bill by midnight, and they're looking to roll this new package into that spending bill. So hopefully we should have an answer by tomorrow, but Congress has said that they will stay in session and they will not adjourn for Christmas break until they do reach some sort of agreement. So we just got to keep an eye out, but hopefully soon we'll have an answer.
Okay, nothing like getting down to the wire, but let's hope for the best.
Yep.
Thank you for that update. And we have a lot of good news. The predictions are that 2021 will be outstanding for real estate. 4.5 million Americans are moving. There's been 10% home sale growth, and home ownership is at 70% per Redfin, who sees another very strong active year ahead. The Related Group bought Hillsborough Beach land from Desert Development for $30 million. Gil Desert from the Desert Development is partnering with the Related Group to do a development on the Intracoastal to Ocean property there in Hillsborough. And one of my favorites, Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen have sold their New York Tribeca mansion for $40 million, and they bought waterfront property that are tied to the Sofers. and the property that they purchased is $17 million. And the lot is at 26 Indian Creek, which is actually now neighbors to Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner, who are developing a home there as well in Indian Creek. And songwriter, artist Julio Iglesias sold a second waterfront lot in Indian Creek also for $30 million. And he sold it to the owner or the founder of Elite Body Sculpture, so who's a plastic surgeon. So maybe he'll give a facelift to the property. Okay, also Cher sold her former Miami Beach mansion for $17 million to Keith Menon. And a $33 million 3-floor suite was sold in Art Building, and it has given a new jolt to the Miami condo market. And it was purchased by a private equity New York executive. And a company controlled by developer and hotel owner Alan Vaina sold a waterfront home on Pine Tree Drive for $13.3 million, basically at $13.84 per square foot. And does anyone want to add the report from the Toll Brothers, who are builders, and they have a very strong forecast also?
Yeah, basically what they're saying is this is the strongest housing market that they've seen in their 30 years. They said the demand began in mid-May and has continued through today. And basically, the strength in demand is attributed to a number of factors, which are the historically low interest rates, an undersupply of new and resale homes. So the supply is low, the demand is high, basically because of the work from home phenomenon, where people are realizing that they can work from anywhere rather than going to an office. So those factors make South Florida a market that is going to stay strong for quite some time.
Very good. And we've seen an uptick in activity in the last several months. And of course, everyone's trying to close before the end of the year. And we're happy to help you. And we include any answers, escrow, contract draft, and review. And we could set up and structure deals for you, including LLCs. And we don't charge extra for the legal services or addendums or answering any basic questions. So we're here to help. Also, it's the season for charity. Mackenzie Scott, who was married to Jeff Bezos from Amazon, gave away $4.1 billion in a pandemic charity spree. And we don't have that to give away, but we are giving away a free virtual tour. And we will be announcing the winner on our next broadcast. So stay tuned, and we are here to help you with marketing tools such as the live broadcast tours and or opens that can be simulcast on many channels, and also that can be marketed to targeted viewers. Okay, our next question for this broadcast is, what are the 3 best real estate courses to improve your digital game? This is directed to Anthony.
Yeah, so there's lots of real estate courses available. Some are free, some are paid, and they offer different things. So I have a list of 3 that I could talk a little bit about. One of them is more dedicated towards building a marketing program. It's from the REMC Academy. It stands for Real Estate Marketing and Conversion Academy. They offer a free training that's limited to 100 attendees. And it's basically a training course to teach you how to manage marketing for yourself and for a team of real estate agents. Even if you know nothing about the real estate market, it helps you learn how to grow a scalable and profitable business. It'll teach you how to sound like a seasoned professional in the real estate industry, and also how to target high ticket clients. And that one's a free training. Moving on to paid trainings, there's one specifically marketed for social media training. It's called Get Social Smart Academy. This one comes in at a cost of $47 per month, but they do offer a wide variety of tools. They offer a library of over 40 videos, downloadable material, access to an exclusive Facebook group, and a 6-week coaching program. It'll teach you things like how to do social media strategy, how to make the most of your time on social media, how to attract the clients that you want instead of chasing leads, and how to leverage an amazing community of top-notch real estate pros through social media. Last but not least, there's another paid one. This one's a little bit more. It's $149 per month, but it's a new training program that's being offered for real estate agents who are looking to operating a remote business. Now, in response to the pandemic, this program is called Pivot with Tom Ferry, and they'll teach you basically how to have an adaptable business, how to run a business remotely, how to build a following for virtual events, how to get your message out to a wider audience, and basically expand and doing so all remotely. So those are just 3 of many courses that agents can use, and basically look into each one or any of the ones available, and you could focus in on maybe the areas that you want to improve on, maybe the social media aspect or the remote business aspect. But there's many options available to help build and grow as a real estate agent.
Correct. And it's great because of COVID that you can do the courses online. So that's an advantage, especially now. And we also recommend, if you don't have time to manage some of the social media and or do the videos or so forth yourself, we're happy to assist you and also direct you to professionals. We work in conjunction with real estate photographers who will help you with the 3D tours, and they'll include tags and help you with marketing them, as well as digital marketing to specified audience, so you'll get more return and viewers in targeted areas. And we also have virtual realty and drone and whatever tools that you would like to implement, as well as what we can do with the virtual tours and opens. So contact us for details. And we do recommend that if you can't do it and you want to focus on selling, we have resources available to assist you. Okay, our next question is directed to John. Speaking of virtual tours, what are 8 mistakes to avoid and sidestep to maximize your success?
Okay, definitely without practice, tours can be tricky to execute smoothly, even for the most seasoned agents. So here are some common mistakes to avoid when doing a virtual tour. Number 1 is upstaging the home. Ultimately, the property is the star of the tour, right? Not the agent. So while it can be tempting to explain every detail to be included in every shot, remember that it's the home that should be spotlighted and highlighted, and not really the agent. So try and make sure to focus on the home. Number 2 is speaking blunders. Commentary is necessary as a tour moves throughout the house. You just don't want it to be a quiet kind of tour of the house. But remember to be professional and be articulate and succinct. Number 3 is distracting technical difficulties. Technical difficulties, they happen. We try and avoid them. They happen with us as well. Try to avoid them as much as possible. But definitely, that's why practice is good. Do a dry run first, making sure everything is okay, and then review the footage before you actually go live, just to make sure that the video quality is good, that the camera is good and the sound is good. It doesn't sound any echoes. And mainly one of the big technical difficulties is losing power. So you want to make sure that either your iPhone or your camera or your video or gimbal is fully charged. Number 4 is not prepping the property. Make sure to prep the property. You'll lose a lot of buyers if the house looks dirty or cluttered, or as you're walking through, one door is locked or the lights don't work. I saw one video where they were trying to open up a screen door and the door wouldn't open. So make sure to go through all those things first, make sure that everything's unlocked and it goes nice and smooth. Number 5 kind of goes along with prepping. Clean up cluttered areas if you can, but if you can't and they're living there and whatnot, try to avoid those cluttered areas as you're going through the tour. Number 6 is be careful and cognizant of the background noise. If you know there's a gardener outside, you might want to come back later until they're done because you don't want to have that blower in the background. If there's any work being done on the house, you don't want to hear that banging or hammering in the background. So just be aware of any background noise. If the house does have an in-home speaker system, you might want to play some nice background noise, background music while going through the tour. Number 7 is don't forget about the weather. While you'll be taking pictures outside and inside of the house, you're going to want to see the sun shining in to get the nice highlights for the property. So if it looks like it's going to be a rainy day, rainy days with poor lights do not show the outside or the house or the inside well. So consider maybe coming back when the sun is shining. And number 8 is be creative. You know, use some other ideas like a drone showing the top of the house, or like I mentioned, playing some music or staging. And if you can edit it in case there's a little dry area or drop in your video, you might want to consider that. But all this can be done virtually. And if you do need help, Cindy with BOW is here to assist you with any of that.
Yes, and I was going to suggest some agents do not want to speak on the video. So we're happy to help them. We could do narration, we could do editing, you could send pre-recorded videos, or we can narrate for you, and you could send pictures that we can also, you know, edit as needed. And lighting is very, very important too. And as John said, we ourselves went through a curve. I think it took probably 6 months of trial and error to get, or more, to get the right technology and be able to implement it without glitches and Wi-Fi issues and interference and so forth. So it is something that you need to practice and be patient with.
Definitely.
Okay. So the next question is, how can realtors, top agents give clients a contactless way to buy and sell now? And this we direct to Anthony.
Yes, so there is actually this company, it's called Knock. You can find them at knock.com, that's knock.com. And basically they offer this program called the Knock Home Swap. It's basically where they will act as your client's lender and underwrite a new mortgage for your client based on the current equity in their property, and then allow them to buy a home that they want first, move in, get settled, then offer up to $25,000 in repairs and set up the showings on the current property that they own. So they could basically buy before they sell and have only one mortgage to pay. And this company has been offering this since about 2016, but now with the pandemic, it has become more popular. This is definitely something that an agent can use that the competition might not have, and it'll just be another tool in your agent's tool belt to offer prospective clients. Agents do have to get certified with Knock, and I believe there is a waiting list, but you can go to their website and sign up. And once certified, everything's done contactless. Everything can be done through their app. And it sounds like a win-win as another product that an agent can offer for potential purchase and sale. And agents do not sacrifice their commission, and they do not have to pay any fees to the company. So it's definitely something to look into.
Thank you. I think it's a great suggestion for right now. And then our next question goes to John. How can realtors best utilize their time, marketing dollars, and work smarter and harder and cut expenses during this time?
Yeah, so the first one is to calculate your hourly rate, right? So you can begin by looking at your Schedule C on your IRS Form 1040 on your corporate tax return. Take the net of that income you report to the IRS and divide it by 2,000, which is basically 40 hours per week for 50 weeks to determine your actual earnings per hour. And then if you're earning more than the minimum wage and you're still doing minimum wage tasks like filling brochure boxes, dropping off your dry cleaning, addressing mailers, etc., you might want to consider hiring an assistant or a part-time assistant to do the menial tasks while you focus on the more major ones. Number two is eliminate non-productive opportunity costs. So when a buyer doesn't purchase from you, you've incurred a non-productive opportunity cost. So in other words, you gave up cold calling, holding an open house, or some other activity that could generate income for your houses. So one way to do that is if you do have a buyer, maybe ask them for a pre-approval letter from a lender to make sure they're serious about buying, so you're not just taking them around the city and showing them South Florida. Number three is focus on referrals. Top producers consistently report that most of their business comes from referrals, past clients, and other people in the sphere of their influence. So focus on referrals, your contacts, work your social media, because that's a really good source of clients. Remember that profit is always temporary. Each quarter, the challenge you assume about how you conduct your business by experimenting with new ideas, new niches, and new processes. So always be thinking about what else you can do, how else you can improve. And previously, like we said, maybe get creative for 2021. Number five is limit your marketing spend to 10%. That is usually the general number that you're going to want to be spending on marketing. Anything less than that, you're not really using your good marketing skills. So anything more than that is too much. So focus on around 10%. Buy in bulk if you can. If you're going to be doing marketing, buy bulk postcards, door hangers, computer supplies, paper products, things like that, so you can save some money there. Also save time, money, and energy by reducing drive time. So nowadays, with COVID, you can focus on these virtual tours, speaking to clients either with FaceTime or over Zoom, and that will reduce your mileage as well. So that's a good idea, and that also saves time. Number 8 is cut market time by pricing your listings correctly, right? So I'm sure realtors know this. There's an idea of what the seller thinks their house is worth versus what it's actually worth. So instead of just saying, okay, we'll list it for whatever you want to list it at, come to them with some market analysis. Be prepared when you have that meeting to advise them that, look, although you might think that your house is worth this, it's actually worth this, so let's consider listing it for this price so we don't waste time on the market with your listing. Number 9 is have clarity about what your buyers really want, right? So that's another important idea. Speak to them first, find out what's important to them, and then when you do your search, focus on those houses that have what they want instead of wasting time showing them houses that, let's say, they don't want a pool and you're showing them houses with pools. So you're wasting your time with that. So if you can follow those ideas, then 2021 will be a very profitable year for you, and we hope that it is.
Okay, and I would like to add, to stay on top of technology, I have a list of over 30 real estate technology updates that will share more on our next broadcast, from wireless mobile printers to laser measurers and so forth. But since it is the season for gifts, I'll mention a few of the things that you can gift yourself with. We would recommend possibly a virtual assistant. They're available on Fiverr.com and also Upwork.com. There are freelancers available. They have also real-time translations available for your international clients. And I have a whole list, so we'll be updating you on that as well. But knowledge is power, and I suggest keeping up with the time, and especially during COVID, being as safe as possible, including a digital business card that also has lead capture, and you can share without having to touch it, so you could be safer during this time period. So again, we wish you happiness, safety, success in the year ahead. Anything we can help you with for the end of the year or for 2021 at Florida Closing and Escrow, floridaclosing.com, 1-800-FL-CLOSE, and BOW, brokers, opens, and tours worldwide. So again, happy last night of Hanukkah. Happy Christmas soon ahead. Happy Festivus, or whatever you'll be celebrating. And virtual hugs and wishes, and stay connected and in touch. Anything you want to add, John or Anthony?
Yeah, basically, happy holidays to everyone. If you can, enjoy spending time with your family. The good news is 2020 is almost over. So let's all look forward to a very successful and happy and healthy 2021.
And stay positive. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right.